The Podbreed Network is strictly for the small podcasts that are up and coming in the vast world of podcasting. Podbreed is made up of many diverse podcasts coming together to achieve the same goal of being the best damn podcast network on the planet. Find out more at podbreed.com.
This is T-Boz from TLC. You're listening to the X and Y Show. Hope you enjoy.
The opinions expressed on the X and Y Show are the sole opinions of the host. Please note, there is no intentional desire to offend any member of the listening audience. With that said, if you still feel offended, tough shit.
It's time for the X and Y Show. With your host, Mr. Roosevelt. He talks about man topics, lady topics, and relationships. He talks about love, sex, and infidelities. He even gives good tips. There is no other show that compares to the X and Y Show.
Oh yeah, sit back, take your clothes off, and relax. It's time for the X and Y Show, where real relationship issues are talked about and addressed. The only place on the planet that tackles the topics that everyone wants to talk about, but no one is brave enough to address. Nothing escapes X and Y, baby. Now, here's your host, Roosevelt Colbert.
And greetings. Welcome to another segment of the XY Show. I'm your host, Roosevelt, and we are a quarter way through April, getting right through this year. So, I hate the spring and summer. So, I hate these months. Pollen flying. I'm not a pollen sufferer, but the shit fuck up my truck. So the shit flying all around, then it's hot as fuck. I don't go to the beach. Fuck the beach. So I hate this time of the year. So I'm just waiting till we get back into the burr months, and that's what I'm waiting on. So anyway, heard that Will Smith is getting therapy, and that's good. That's good. I hope he gets the help that he needs. I hope he gets his wife to go with him because Elias needs it as well. Actually, his whole family could use a few sessions. But, he fucked up, I think, everyone fucks up, even myself, believe it or not. So I don't think that's something we should hold it against him for the rest of his life. Who are we to judge? So, he fucked up. And I admit I was angry when that happened. But, it's something we have to forgive. Everyone has to forgive. Everybody fucks up from time to time. I mean, motherfuckers come out of jail who murdered motherfuckers get second chances. So, take it easy on Will. A little late this week because I had a little pain, gout pain. Those of you who've been listening to the show, I have pre-gout. Gout is, for those of you who don't know, is very painful, like when you get in your joints from eating too much beef or whatever, or it could be inherited. And I think I inherited from my dad because he had it real bad in his knee. And I didn't get it until later in life. But I have pre-gout. I don't have full pledge because I don't get flare-ups like every month. It flares up like every other year or every 2 years. So it's not often, but when it do, it does. Shit. It's like, and if I don't catch it in time, with some colchicine And inflammatories, it's something. And sometimes I catch it in time, and it's like, oh no, fuck that. We finna take a ride, Roosevelt. Fuck with me. So then that shit hurts. Let me tell you. And I get it in my right foot. It starts in my toe, and then my bunion, and it moves over to my ankle, and that's when that shit hurts. I can tolerate the toe and the bunion, but then that shit moved to my ankle, and it's like, oh shit. And what's fucked up, these doctors, this is why I don't go to doctors much, because they're full of shit. They're full of shit. You go to the doctor, you're in pain, and you tell them, they know you're in pain. It's not like you fucking, and they don't give you shit for it. It's like, I went to the doctor, and because I don't have a podiatrist yet, because I moved from, Miami. So I don't have a podiatrist. Because normally when it gets really bad, I get a shot. Fuck that. But I don't have a podiatrist yet. So I just went to the ER, which is a joke. That's a racket. It's just to get people money. And anyway, so I asked the motherfucker, can you give me something for this pain? This motherfucker, oh yeah, we can give you something. We can give you naproxen. And for those of you who don't know, naproxen is nothing but a glorified Aleve. That's all it is. It ain't shit. And I told him flat out, I said, you can keep that shit. Because I told him just like that. And he was looking at me like I was crazy, but you can keep that shit, man. I didn't mean to snap at him like that, but I was in pain. And this motherfucker offered me a leave. I could have went to the drugstore and got that shit. And then he came back and said, I tell you what, man, I'm going to give you some Tramadol. And those, you know, Tramadol. Tramadol is nothing but aspirin. It's a little stronger than aspirin, but it ain't shit. It ain't shit. I wanted him to say I give you some Percocets or some fucking Vicodin, some morphine, something that's gonna knock this pain out for a little while, and then I can take regular anti-inflammatories, like Advil, and then some Tylenol, but I need something to break it. And these motherfuckers won't give you that shit no more, man. It used to be where they'll give you at least 10 days. Now they won't give you shit. Because a few motherfuckers fuck it up for everybody. Smush up the pills and put it up their damn nose. Now you have to have a damn congressional order to get fucking painkillers. So, doctors are useless, but, they want to push their own shit on you. They want you to take this pill and that pill and this pill and that pill. Have you thought about taking this? Have you thought about taking that? They want to push their shit on you so they can get a cut. Doctors are nothing but glorified drug dealers. That's all it is. They're legal drug dealers, and they work for the drug cartels, which are the pharmaceutical companies. It's legal drugs. They're drug dealers, and they work for the damn drug cartels, which is the pharmaceutical companies. Their job is to push drugs to your ass and get as many pills in them as inside you as they can. They're all getting a cut. All doctors are getting pimped because they're all in super debt from medical school. So, they'll push that shit on you to get a cut so they can get out of debt. It's all connected. But that kind of shit, when you really need something for your pain, oh, no, you don't need that. Give you some naproxen. Tell them you can keep that shit. And I'm not going to tell you what I told him when he offered me Tramadol. But that's why I don't, go to the doctors. They waste it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. You got to be practically with a gunshot wound for, them to give you something or do something. It's fucked up. But anyway, so how's everyone doing? I think that sometimes in life we forget about being blessed. We're always complaining about things. And I just want to say before I get started with the episode that you should always feel blessed, because it always could be worse. A lot of you always complaining, always running your mouth, but it could always be worse. You could be paralyzed. You could be blind. You could be deaf. You could be a whole lot of things, but if you can see, if you can talk, if you can hear, you can walk, you should be blessed. You got shelter. You should be blessed. You got food. You should be blessed. You got clothes, a car, or you got money to catch the bus, or you got money to buy a bike. You should be blessed. Be blessed with what you have. Because someone out there in the world is worse off than you are. So be thankful for what you have. I just wanted to say that before I started this episode. Because a lot of you motherfuckers are ungrateful. All right, I'm going to get started on this week's episode. Because I am still in a little pain. So I got to get these Advils in me. And then I'm taking my ass to sleep. Tonight's episode is sex toys. Sex toys. Sex toys. So I can't believe that I'm just talking about this, because I don't know. I guess I never thought about it. I don't know why. Well, I have thought about it, but I just passed. You know what? I was going to do an episode a couple years ago, and I was going to interview someone from Eve who sell these types of products, but they backed out at the last minute, and I just never went back. So that's that. I knew it was something that I remember. But sex toys. So I heard this subject matter on a podcast that I listened to. It's called Got What You Need Network. Tall Sean and E. Check them out. It's on the Got What You Need Network. They have a lot of podcasts. This particular one they have it's just him and his wife E and Tall Sean. They were talking about sex toys. So I thought about, I need to talk about that. So sex toys, how do you feel about sex toys? A lot of you are intimidated by sex toys, a lot of guys are. Women tend to be more free in using sex toys. And quite frankly, that's how a lot of women get any sexual action from sex toys. Because a lot of women walk around sexually frustrated and they haven't fucked anyone for years. They think they're okay mentally, but they're really not. But they don't know that they're walking around fucked up. So it's kind of a hidden mental thing, and it's a walking time bomb. But instead of lowering their brick walls, what they do is they just satisfy themselves in other ways, which is sex toys. So they're more free to doing that. It's all kind of sex toys out there. Guys, on the other hand, seem to have a problem with, well, not all guys, but a lot of guys seem to have a problem with bringing sex toys in the sexual relationship with their wives or girlfriends. And it's a mental thing. It's almost like, what do we need sex toys for? I'm not satisfying you enough. What do we need to bring sex toys in there for? I'm not big enough. And even I thought that, even though I got a big dick. I don't have a huge dick, but I got I touch your tonsils. I'll go down your esophagus a little bit, you know. My dick, I'm not going to tell you how big my dick is. Well, I'll say that it's 2 cubed. So if you motherfuckers are good in math, you know what 2 cubed is. So I'll tell you that. So, and I know that guys are intimidated by sex toys. Some guys are. Because that's how I felt. I'm here, I'll give you a scenario. A few years back, one of my girlfriends wanted to introduce sex toys in our relationship, and I got kind of angry. Like, what the fuck you mean? You getting this, you getting enough, you getting enough here. What do you need? We don't need anything else. We don't need anything fake. I got all the dick you need. There's not a vibrator that's better than mine. I got a lot of veins. I got something for you here. But, eventually, this is where maturity comes in. And willing to have an open mind to try different things. Eventually, I gave in because I got tired of her bringing it up. So I say, fuck it, just we can do it. Try it. Whatever makes you happy, as long as I get a nut. So we started bringing things in the relationship. She wanted a dildo. She wanted the rose. That seems that back then the rose was just coming out. Now they have all kind of variations of the rose. So that one was really nice to see. Let's just say she really enjoyed that one. So I realized that it wasn't about me. That's what a lot of guys think. It's about me. You're not satisfied with what I'm giving you. You don't feel pleasure from what I'm giving you. This dick big enough for you. What are you talking about? So it's not about you guys. It's not about you. And I realized that it wasn't about me. It was about being open to something that enhances your sexual relationship. That's all sex toys is. It's really that simple. Something that enhances your sexual relationship and your interaction with your partner. That's all it is. Something makes it better. For example, if you had a hamburger, right? Hamburger's good, but it'd be a lot better with ketchup and onions, or whatever you like on your hamburger, mustard or whatever you like. Mushrooms, it'd be a lot better than a plain hamburger. So that's all sex toys are. Sex toys are the ketchup, the mushrooms, the onions, pickles. It adds a little flavor to your sex life. And once I was open and finally agreed to bring sex toys in our relationship, it was one of the best things I've done. And I must say, since then, I've been trying to, everyone that I've fucked, I've always tried to introduce sex toys. Some women were open, some were not. Not all women are open to use sex toys. Some women think they're not pure. Some women think it makes them feel like a whore or something, or a porn star or something. It's a lot of people that have a lot of fucked up thoughts about sex toys. So a lot of women, all women are not open to it as well. But ever since I, it was introduced, I've been trying, every woman I fucked that, I've been saying, you want to try sex toy? You want to do that? Oh, yeah, you do that? Yeah, I'll get you a rose. I'll get you a rose, I'll get you a dildo. And it just makes wonders for your sex life. And it makes the event last longer. I mean, everything, even though I'm what I call a marathon fucker. I'm not 10 minutes and going to sleep. We're going to be working at it for a little while. We're going to do some time. We're going to be sweating. So, you have plenty of time. When you bring sex toys, I want to say it teaches you. It's almost like oh man, what do they call that? Damn it. Like in the Air Force or the Navy, where you fly, before you fly the real jets, you fly the, damn it. I cannot think of the name of that shit. Where you fly, it's like the simulator. That's what I'm trying to say. So, it's almost like a simulator. Like when you use sex toys, it brings, it's like the ultimate pre-sex, and it makes you provide a level of pleasure with your partner that sometimes, you're just not able to do, or, you're not willing to do, or it's just something that you don't have to do because the toy does it for you. Maybe you don't feel like eating pussy that night and you just let the rose do its work, or maybe you don't feel like fucking up multiple times. Then that's when you bring out the dildo, and there's other things, maybe I'm gonna stop right there, but it just makes it better. So, even for me, I was intimidated and I was angry when my girlfriend from the past brought up sex toys. I was like, what the fuck are you trying to say? You're not pleased? You don't like this dick? What do you mean? And I got a big dick. I got a nice sized dick. So I could imagine how guys with small dicks feel. They definitely feel intimidated. But it's not all about you guys. It's not. Has nothing to do with you. It's about bringing more pleasure into your sexual relationship with your partner or your wife or your girlfriend, or your boyfriend or your husband. It's all about enhancement. That's all it is. Making things better. Putting that ketchup on the hamburger. That's all it is. Now, like I said, all people are not willing or open to using sex toys. A lot of women are walking around, and that's all they do. A lot of women own dildos. A lot of women own roses. So they pleasure themselves in that way. But the problem is, let me tell you what the problem is. See, with some women, when they fuck themselves so long with a dildo or a rose or any kind of other toy, it's almost like they become assimilated. They become a slave to that toy. And they forget the need of a real dick. They forget how it feels to have a real dick up in them with veins and pulsating and being able to nut inside them or in the ear or whatever. They forget how a real dick feels. They become a slave to that toy. So that's why you have so many women walking around sexual frustrated. They're getting fucked. They're getting a nut, but it's not a good nut, because all they depending on is the toy. A toy is supposed to enhance your sexual relationship with your husband or your boyfriend or your wife or your girlfriend. It's not supposed to replace your relationship. And that's where a lot of women fuck up. They buy a dildo And they say, I don't need a man. What I need a man for? I got this 14-inch John Holmes. I don't need a man. I got this. Can go all night as long as I replace the batteries. You know, a lot of women forget. They forget what having a real dick in them feels like. And that's why they're walking around crazy as hell. A lot of women. So I don't, you know, when you use sex toys, you know, a lot of women are not open to it. A lot of women are using the dildos. It's almost like women are eating vegan burgers instead of real beef burgers. You know, it'll never taste as good as beef. Never. So a lot of women forget that. And I think that that's what is important with relationships or marriages. You know, sex toys are not meant to replace us. It's meant to enhance us. No one should be intimidated by the use of sex toys. No one should feel ashamed that you bring sex toys within your relationship or marriage. It's something good. It's something positive. And it's something that I believe that if every couple at least venture to try it, I think that we'll be a lot better off than what we are now, especially women. But, you know, like I said, the women are using sex toys. A lot of women are using sex toys, but they are using sex toys only. It's not meant for that. Sex toys are meant to be in addition to having a dick in you. Not to just use the sex toys. And that's where a lot of women fuck up. So how do you feel about sex toys? Are you open to using them? Are you intimidated because you got a little dick? Guys, you got a little dick. You guys with a small dick out there, raise your hand. How do you feel about sex toys? If your wife or your girlfriend say, honey, I want a sex toy, and she brings a 14-inch dick in the room and you sitting there hard as a rock with your 3-inch, you know? It's not about you, fellas. So if your wife, you know, goes out and get that big dick, it's not about you. It's all about the experience. It's all about enhancing the experience with you. It's not that she's not satisfied. It's not that she's not pleased with your little dick or your big dick. It's that she wants to improve things. She wants her ketchup and onions as well. She just don't want a plain hamburger anymore. You know, guys, stop being intimidated by sex toys. Try it. Trust me. Your lady will love it. And you can thank me. Thank me. Send me an email. Say, Roll, you're right, dude. You're right. We fucked all night, man. It enhances. It helps you. They're the hamburger helpers. I've got a lot of good analogies tonight. They're the helpers. Sex toys are there to help you. So, fellas, do not be intimidated by sex toys. They're assisting you. They're making you better. It's not about you. It's not about not being pleased by you. It's about helping you. Ladies, use sex toys, but don't replace men with your sex toys. A lot of you go through 2 and 3 batteries a week. Because all you do is go home and fuck yourselves with dildos and roses and shit. Some of you are cheap motherfuckers and you just use your fingers. Or some of you use your pets. That's another episode a few back. But ladies, sex toys are not meant to replace men. Sex toys are in addition to men. So, you know, if you're open to using sex toys, that's good. But don't forget about how real dick feel up in you. Don't forget how a real man feel to you, breathing on you, sweating on you. with his veiny dick in you. Don't forget that. Don't replace a man. Sex toys are in addition to your man. So, how do you feel about sex toys? I think they're great. I think they're a good invention. I think they are wonderful for the relationship and damn sure for the marriage. Because the marriage up for a long time, you're in it for the long haul, and you need a variety. There's all kind of sex toys you can try, all kind of sex trinkets you can do to spice it up in the bedroom. And that's what you need. That's what it's all about. Not eating the same damn hamburger day in and day out. You eat your hamburger, have your ribs the next day, pizza the next day, lasagna. Not just eating the same shit all the time. So, what do I think about sex toys? I think they're wonderful. I think they're one of the greatest inventions to man. You know, and that's talking from somebody with a nice sized dick. I'm not intimidated by sex toys anymore because I'm mature and wise enough to realize they are helping me. Why would I hate something that helps me? No, I love sex toys, and you should too. Guys, try it. Ladies, don't replace us. I know you like getting fucked with your dildo and your roses and your birds. I know you like all that shit. I know you get a good nut, but don't forget what a real dick feel like up in you. A nice dick, a nice warm dick with a dude breathing on you, looking down at you and slapping the shit out of you. No, I'm just kidding. Ladies, don't replace us. It's supposed to be in addition to us. That's how you enjoy a sex toy. And for those of you ladies who are not using sex toys, you better ask somebody. You don't know what you're missing. Anyway, that concludes another episode of the X and Y Show. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to catch up on any episodes that you may have missed. You can catch them on my website, which is www.thexyshow.com. I'm also on Instagram. I'm on Twitter, Facebook, and Tumblr. That's my social media. You can find everything on the website as well. And be sure to check out the XY store. We can get a t-shirt and show everyone how much you are an X and Wyer. Or you can leave me a comment. Send me a email. Let me know how you're enjoying the show or you have any questions you want to ask. All of that is on the website. Again, it's www.thexyshow.com. That is it for this week, and I will see you Friday or Saturday, whatever day I feel like recording. I'm going to take my ass to sleep right now. I'm in a lot of pain. Anyway, without further ado, I will see you in a few days or so, but I want you always to remember, use your sex toys. And you cannot have love without X and Y. Later.
You've been listening to The X and Y Show with your host, Roosevelt Colbert, the place where real relationship issues are talked about and addressed. Join us next time. You can now put your clothes back on. Or not.